Hey guys, how's it going today? It's Boost Brigade, and today I'm going to review the mini Osborne 945 and the regular Osborne 940, and why it's one of my most favorite EDC options. So this one is sub 3 inches, the blade length's like 2.9, and I actually ordered this, I pre-ordered it from Blade HQ when it first came out, and then what I did was I put some Rockscale design scales on there, and I just made these like my everyday users. I carry the Mini even more than the 940 because of my knife laws here. But what's really cool is the Mini Osborne has all the great features of the reverse tanto, but it's a lot thinner behind the edge compared to the 940. The 940 is more of a burlier kind of blade. It's a little bit thicker, a little more hard use, and it's a little thick behind the edge, which is fine. I mean, it's good for EDC and everything. And the action's really great on both of them. And these Rockscale design scales are they just make the knife like the next level. Um, so a little bit about me. I come from the auto industry. I was a mechanic for probably like 15 years. And now I'm a full-time nursing student. So I work on a lot of cars. And this is like the perfect mechanic knife to me. Um, it fits really well in the pocket. It's super slim. You don't even notice it's there, and then when you need it, you can open all your packages and everything. It can go with you underneath the car. And what I found is with this reverse tanto, this goes for both the mini and the full size. And I guess you could call this a long-term review because I've had this knife over 2 years. um, but like underneath the car, you have these little panel pins all over the place. So you got your 10 mil out, you're removing bolts, and then you come across these little guys. And sometimes, I don't have a clip tool with me or whatever, so I just reach into my pocket, and I don't use the edge of the blade, I use the tanto of the blade, and I get it up underneath there, and then if you just tweak it just a little bit, it'll kind of pop out like that, and then you can remove it, and then you don't have to go back from underneath the car. So that's really cool, and it's very versatile, so you can use that. Reverse tanto is kind of like a little wedge type deal, and I'm not saying to use the tip for anything, just the wedge part of the reverse tanto. It works really well for that kind of stuff. Or like if you're trying to cut something, you don't have to set the tip of the blade on the item that you're cutting, so you can kind of use the little reverse tanto to give you a little space there so you can cut across like a package or something and not damage its contents or whatever. So that's really cool. And it's held up really well. I mean, the Cerakote's kind of wearing off a little bit, but besides that, I mean, it sharpens up real well, and the action is great. Omega springs break sometimes. This one in particular, the Omega springs broke once, but Benchmade's warranty is really good, so they just fixed it up and sent it right back to me. And I asked them not to sharpen my knife because they make them really sharp, but I mean, sometimes they take a lot of material off the edge. And then this one I've had no problems with. This is the Blade HQ M4 version right here. Really great steel, really great knife. I love the black access bar that came with it. And then I do have, so we'll set these over here. And then I have the original versions too. So I have the little green aluminum one, the mini Osborne, and then I have the full size Osborne. But I don't really carry these. I mean, I love them. I love the aluminum and everything. I kind of like the Boba Fett stuff. But I kind of use the Rockscale design scales to do my own custom build, and I told myself I was going to make some real nice users. So that's what I did. So these are just kind of my backups there. And then just to show you like the sleekness of these knives, I got the good old paramilitary, actually Para 3, and this is like a little 3-inch blade, but if you look at the proportions, I mean, it's pretty crazy how big this Para 3 is compared to the mini Osborne. And I'm not breaking down boxes all day, but I have a medium-sized hand, and I get 1, 2, 3, and then my fourth one kind of just settles right in this little nook right here. And then the Rockscale design scales add like 1.2 millimeters per side compared to the aluminum scales. I don't know if I can show that on camera. Let's see. Let me check. So, I mean, probably can't tell, but see that aluminum there is really thin, and then this is much thicker. And it's probably just because of the milling. They have it kind of tapered off and chamfered, which is really nice. But the original scales on the mini Osborne, they kind of feel a little thin in hand. And the Rockscale design scales, these square ones, they really fill the hand nicely. So I really appreciate that. But anyway, the size is perfect. It fits in my pocket. I can put my phone and everything else in my pocket. The Para 3 I do carry sometimes, but it's really big and bulky. I mean, even compared to the Osborne, the full size, I mean, it's just a chunky knife. Let's see if we can kind of show the side profiles of them. So here's the mini, here's the Para 3, and then here's the full size Osborne. And as you can see right there, I mean, of course, you're going to have some camera angle messing with the size. But if I put it linear like this, you can see how chunky the Para 3 is. And this is just a 3-inch blade. So that's really why I appreciate the Osbornes. And I do carry the Para 3, but not as much as the Osbornes. And Benchmade has a really good warranty. Their fit and finish can kind of suffer sometimes, and their prices have gone up quite a bit. But I guess everybody's prices have gone up quite a bit because of inflation and everything. But I've never sent a Benchmade knife into their warranty and they didn't make it right. And I'm pretty OCD, so if a blade's off center or anything's going on with it, I send it back. So I know you shouldn't have to, but if you do have to use the warranty, it's pretty mint. So these are pretty much my favorite EDC knives. And I've been waiting for this mini to come out for forever, pretty much, because when I first started my knife collecting journey, the 940 was like the ultimate EDC, but the blade length was just a little bit too long for my area, for legality purposes and everything. I just don't want to run into any trouble, because I'm in nursing school, and if I get anything on my record, that's going to be really bad. So, and then just another size comparison of two other great made in the USA knives. This is the little ProTech Runt, which I carry sometimes. And same thing with the reverse Tanto. I mean, it's just functional. You know, for what I use, I don't really need huge blades. And then this is the Malibu right here. So the Mini is a lot bigger than the Runt, of course, because the Runt has to be under 2 inches. And then the Malibu, it's kind of like the same blade length and everything. Similar design. Oh, I guess not design, but silhouette, you know. So I really like the ProTech Malibu. The action's really good. And ProTech is an awesome brand also. But yeah, so this is my mini Osborne. Some nice wear and tear there. I've got some weathering going on these Rockscale scales. The screws used to be blue, and now as you can see, all the anodizing is worn off there. But the Cerakote, I think they're putting something else on during their Cerakote process, because this has held up a lot better than some of my other Benchmades. And I use the crap out of this knife, and I beat on this knife, so this little knife gets no mercy, you know. This one, same thing, no mercy. But unfortunately, I don't really carry it as much because of its size. But yeah, the Cerakote's holding up pretty good, but you can tell, like, I haven't put that much use on it. It's got some use, but not nearly as much as the mini Osborne. You can kind of see some wear on the scales through the light right there. But yeah, this is one of my most favorite designs ever created in a pocket knife. And I've gone through all kinds of pocket knives, and just for like my type of work, like mechanic work, nursing work, all that, it just suits my life really good. Like this blade shape is just perfect in a lot of ways. It's a sturdy design. It's kind of elegant, so I mean, you could take this out to dinner with you, and you know it's going to look real nice. And these Rockscale design scales, just, you know, I built these to be my nice users, and that's what they are. So rest in peace, Warren Osborne. And you know, if you haven't tried one, I mean, I think the prices are like $207 now at the time of this video. I would probably recommend buying it from somewhere like Knife Works or whatever, because they have free shipping. But yeah, so this is my review of the full-size Osborne and the mini Osborne. And if you guys like it, just let me know in the comments. If you don't like it, you can let me know what I need to improve, because I'm a pretty small channel and this is kind of new to me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your afternoon, and happy 4th of July if you see this on 4th of July. And take care. Bye.